Do you know where your drinking water comes from? You might be surprised to learn that over 7 billion gallons of fresh water erupts daily from an underground system that lies beneath homes, farms, cities, and highways. This amazing natural resource is unique to Central and North Florida. No other place in the world enjoys the quantity or quality of water that flows forth naturally from our groundwater system. Our crystalline water has lured millions of people to enjoy its beauty. It is hard to believe that this resource could be in danger. What makes the Springs region of Florida so important and vulnerable is its karst topography. Karst is a landscape dotted with sinkholes, fractures, and cracks through which water passes easily. Hidden from our view lies a network of underground rivers, water-filled caverns, and caves. These features and the water within them are known as the Floridan Aquifer. They are equivalent to surface rivers, lakes, and streams. Florida's underground waterways are just as vulnerable as surface waters. Springs reflect the health of our natural environment. They are not just for recreation, but are a key indicator of the water quality beneath our homes. The water gushing out of our springs comes directly from your local aquifer. It's your drinking water. Overuse of water and pollution along the pathways delivering water to the springs can leave a lasting legacy. It can take as long as 15 years for water to pass through the ground and return to us in the form of a spring. In other cases, water may travel as quickly as a mile per day. In order to protect and manage this vital resource, local governments know that their land use decisions will have lasting effects on our springs. The land areas that provide water to our springs are known as spring sheds. These are areas that replenish the aquifer and deliver water to your springs. Even though the water is out of sight, it is not out of harm's way. As it travels beneath our homes, businesses, farms, and highways, it is affected by virtually every aspect of our daily lives. This moving water is the supply that we depend on for our drinking water. The very nature of the absorbent terrain leaves it vulnerable to the introduction of contaminants. Water can carry contaminants such as fertilizers, pesticides, and other chemicals. Septic and storage tanks can leak directly into the groundwater and drain towards springs. Any contaminants carried through the ground can pollute our aquifer, the source of 90% of Florida's drinking water. Spring sheds are extremely vulnerable areas. Any land use or development within these areas directly affects our drinking water. We are all part of the problem, yet we can all be part of the solution in protecting vulnerable areas. Sources of trouble include many different land uses, but carefully planned, most types of land use have their proper places. To safeguard our drinking water resource and our springs, we must understand that protection and management happens at the community level. Land use and zoning decisions are made by local governments. Many people think that water management districts, state, or federal agencies have complete authority to protect local water resources. The reality is that the only decisions about responsible land use lie in your hands and the hands of your local elected officials. No one wants to contaminate the water we are drinking, but poor land use decisions based on lack of good information can cause this to happen. Negative effects from decisions that we made 15 or 20 years ago are being revealed now. Some wells are running dry and bacteria counts are startling. Even though spring water may look clear, it is not necessarily clean. Pollutants such as nitrates are invisible and are rising at an alarming rate within many of our springs, in some places exceeding the safe drinking limits. This polluted water has a major impact on our ecosystems, affecting businesses, recreation, and our economy. Yet armed with the most current information on how to prevent pollution, we can reverse this alarming trend. We are at a critical turning point in Florida's history. This is the last chance we have to ensure that our children can share the enjoyment and prosperity that the good water brings to Floridians. We will be judged as a civilization by our ability to look after our precious water resources. We have a chance to protect the primeval beauty that makes Florida a blessed and beautiful place. Help us protect our springs. By doing so, you will be preserving our way of life.